guys, don't mind the bad camera angle. I sound a bit tired, I'm just about to go to bed. But I thought I'd walk you through how I'm making my business cards today. So I'm using an app called Procreate, and there will be what's it called? Sorry, give me a second. There will be a screen recording. There we go. A screen recording of how I've done it. I use an iPad Pro. I'm not sure on the exact model. I think it was 2020, and the Apple Pencil. So that's what I'll be using to actually edit it, and the Procreate app, which cost me £10, I think. So it's not actually an expensive app. The iPad was a bit expensive. I bought it a couple of years ago, saved up for ages. But yeah, today I'm just going to show you how to make some business cards. I'll do a voiceover on it, and I'll put some music on to make it a little bit easier to watch. I've sped up it all, so see you guys in a minute. So here I'm just adding a new canvas as a business card setting, so I'm using that one. I'm just going to insert a photo. It's going to be my logo that I created a few months ago. So I'm going to add that in and resize it and everything. I'm going to put on a drawing assisted guide, like a grid, just to find out where the middle is so I can make it central. And then I'm just adding a new layer, putting a clipping mask on for the background first, I'm changing it to the colour I want. And then I'm picking out another colour and adding that onto the layer above it, which I've done a clipping mask on to the bottom one. Just fill that in, it'll just only fill in the layer below, which is the logo, just so I don't have to colour it all in manually. And then I'm just making sure it's central. And then I'm looking at that, taking the drawing guide off, and just looking at it and see what I like. Now I'm just making a colour palette to save the colours that I've used. I can carry that onto the back of the business card, where I'll have to make a new drawing. So I made another one, background same colour, and I've added a layer in. I'm inserting some text and putting that into the other colour of my business card colour scheme. I'm putting my email in here, my email address, which is my business email, not my personal one. I have two different ones, so that one's for business and one's for my personal stuff, just so I don't get all sorts of rubbish being put into my business one. I'm resizing that and finding the text that I always use. I have a text that I also used on my logo, or I think it's very similar if not, so I'm going to use that on my business cards just to keep everything tying in together. And then I'm just resizing it here, and I'm duplicating that so I can add another text layer, and this is going to be my phone number. So I'm just typing in my phone number there, nothing too exciting. I'm resizing that, putting that down below it, and I'm inserting a photo, and it's the Instagram logo, which I'm just going to put a clipping mask on, change the colour of it, resize it, and then I'm going to add a text layer and put my Instagram user so that people can find me. So this is my photography Instagram, not my personal one, obviously, because this is for my business. Resizing all that and just putting it in different places. And then I'm just duplicating another text layer so I can add another thing. And I'm adding, I think it is my name. Yep, putting in my name now. We're going to have that at the top of the business card a bit bigger, just so that it kind of like it's obvious what my name is, and then like my contact details be a little bit smaller, so like you can still read them, but it's just obvious which is the main part and which isn't. So yeah, just making that a bit bigger there, putting student photographer underneath it. Tried that placement, didn't really like it, so I thought I'd keep it all in line along the right hand column. Just making everything else invisible just so I can see what I'm doing. Now I'm adding in my website. Oh no, my location, sorry, my website's the next thing I did. So I'm putting located in Halifax, UK, because that is where I am located, if you did not know. Now I'm putting my website in, as you can see. I had a picture of this on my phone whilst I was typing out. I don't remember my business, my website, sorry. I don't actually remember my website off the top of my head. I just had a photo of it and I just copied it. Come to think of it, I should have probably just copied and pasted it, but oh well, what's done is done now. Now I'm just going to resize that just to make it all kind of fit on one thing without it coming off the edges of the page. Making everything else visible again so I can kind of mess around with placement of everything. Moving everything down a little bit. Give myself space to work at the top. making that located in Halifax just a little bit smaller because it's not as important. It kind of makes it look a bit nicer. And then I'm just moving everything up and down and around and trying to find the best placement for everything and hiding things as I need to. And see, it's not the same size, so I'm trying to kind of make everything be the same text size. I'm just doing it I'm just eyeballing it, but I think it looks close enough. And I'm just moving everything up and down again, putting a drawing guide on so I can see how far away things are and like to make sure they're exactly in line. Just making it the grid size I need. And yeah, just putting everything on the same level just so that I can make sure it's all exactly in line. And then that's all in line now, so just making these bits in line at the top. Looking at it and moving it just a little bit because it didn't look in line. Now I'm just merging these three together so I can move them as I need. And I'm just putting my Instagram at the bottom a little bit smaller. And I'm pasting my logo back in. I'm going to make it that brown colour again, tying with everything. Wasn't sure what to do with it here, so I thought maybe I could make it the background. So I made it as big as the business card, turned the opacity down. I looked at it, but I didn't really like it. So I ended up deciding to move it to the bottom left-hand corner. It was nice, but I don't know, I didn't really feel like I liked it that much. And I feel like there was too much empty space down here, so I put it there. And plus there's already a big version of it on the front. That's the front because you can see, and this is the back. Thanks for watching, guys.